What's that? It's Hippo Balls, week 4, coming to you live from the Hippo Den. It's Hippo himself. I think last week I said it was week 4. That was week 3. This is actually week 4, and I am coming to you live. We're going to start off with the college football roundup. First of all, I want to wish one of my dedicated listeners and viewers, Melissa Pender, a happy 35th birthday. Have a day. Also, we got Eli's birthday tomorrow. It took me a lot of sleuthing because you don't have any social media. Happy birthday to Eli tomorrow. Also, have a day. Start off with college football roundup. Canes, Virginia Tech. I'm not going to do too much college football roundup because no one cares. Canes, Virginia Tech. Great game. Virginia Tech looked like they were going to win. Canes came back. Virginia Tech Hail Mary last second. They called it a touchdown, which if they called it not a touchdown, if they called it incompletion, I think that's right. There's no way to determine what happened. But if they called it a touchdown, I don't see how you can reverse it. I get the ACC wants the Canes to win. I get that they need them to win because the rest of the ACC is a huge dumpster fire. I don't think you can reverse the call, but what do I know? Canes up as usual. FSU, SMU. FSU's horrific. Literally the worst team I've ever watched. I don't understand how they're so bad. Worst team of all time. They should become an all-girl school again. Georgia, Alabama. Georgia, Alabama, unreal game. I thought it was nothing. I shut it off. It was 28-0. Georgia comes back somehow, down 28. Almost come back. Still they lose at the end. Great ending. Both of them will make the playoff. Good for them. Let's go to who's back. Who's back? Who's dead? Who's not back but not dead? Starting off with who's back, we got magnets. Magnets. As Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad would say, yeah, bitch, magnets. Tallahassee had Hurricane Helen barreling down, and I was truthfully scared as shit. I paid some guy like way too much money to board up my house last second because there's no shutters up here. I was really, really worried about it. Cat 4 coming to Tallahassee. We've never had anything like that. Our houses are made of twigs and bubble gum, so it probably would have killed us all. But what you don't know is Tallahassee has the Mag Lab. Tallahassee is the Mag Lab, which is the world's largest and highest powered magnet laboratory in the world. I know you guys thought I was kidding. For real, look it up. It's the world's largest and highest powered magnet laboratory in the world. And there's always been this rumor and this like, not conspiracy, but this thought that the magnets are saving us from doom. Every time there's a storm, it always switches last second and it moves away. We think it's because of the magnets. I truthfully, after this, believe it's because of the magnets. It was a miracle. And it did utter devastation to a bunch of other places, and I feel horrible for them. But I lived, I survived, my house is fine. I paid too much money for the boarding, which I was happy to do. But the magnets saved the day. Mag Lab forever. Magnets are back. Next, we have cute zoo animals. Cute zoo animals. Last week, we had hippo Moodang. Moodang, which is super cute. This week, we have gigantic king penguin baby Pesto. Baby Pesto is living in the Melbourne Aquarium. It's humongous, way bigger than most penguins. Most adult penguins are 31 pounds. At 9 months, Pesto is already 52 pounds. Let me show you a picture of Pesto. He's humongous. All right, so let me see if I can get this. Can you guys see this? Oh, wait. This is Pesto. Look at Pesto. Those are his parents. And Pesto's just fucking humongous. Huge Pesto, runs the whole penguin kingdom. Pesto forever. Love that. Next, we have the IDF. The IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces. They've been dominating Hezbollah this whole time. And guess what? They finally killed Hezbollah leader Nasrallah. Nasrallah along with 4 other Hezbollah commanders. And it's really hard to do that. And Israel's just dominating them all over. Hezbollah vows revenge after that. And guess what? Within hours, they killed the guy who they got to replace Nasrallah, Hazan Khalil Yassin. Within hours of replacing him, they killed him too. Israel is dominating. IDF forever. Mossad forever. Elite, elite, elite. Who's dead? We got Eric Adams. Hilarious story. I mean, it's not hilarious because he's the mayor and he's doing tons of crimes, but it's like out of Veep or out of Parks and Rec, like so ridiculously criminal acts that like they're funny. It's also, I'll get to it, but he's federally indicted for bribery, wire fraud, and illegal campaign contributions from foreign nationals, accused of exploiting a years-long relationship with the country slash, I don't know if it's a country or nation of Turkey, who funded his travel and run for mayor like $10 million. And they basically had like straw men in the United States take the money from Turkey, and then because you can't have Turkey funding your mayor campaign, so you had to get people in the U.S. who I guess were maybe Turkish or American, I don't know, and then they would take the money from Turkey and then they would donate it to Adams. They found that out. Um, he faces up to 20 years in prison, pleaded not guilty, and vowed to stay in office. I'm reading this article and it's pretty hilarious. I mean, it's like I said, it's not funny, but it's pretty funny. Wait, let me go back. Um, okay, so for example, Adams was so reliant on cheap flights and free business class upgrades provided to him from Turkey that he ended up on ridiculous itineraries when he would fly. So, because Turkish airline provided free travel benefits worth thousands of dollars to Eric Adams, the indictment reads he flew Turkish Airlines even when doing so was very inconvenient. During a 2017 summer trip from New York to France, Adams' partner, that makes it sound like he's gay. I don't think he's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Is surprised to find out that he scheduled a layover in Istanbul, an overshoot of 1,700 miles from his intended destination. In one of the most memorable Adams lines in the entire document, he responds, transferring here, first stop is always Istanbul. So he would take a flight from like New York to Florida, but he would take a layover in Istanbul, so he got a free flight. Pretty crazy. His partner wanted to plan a trip to Easter Island in Chile, and Adams repeatedly asked her whether the Turkish airline could be used for the flights, requiring her to call the Turkish airline to confirm that they did not have routes between New York and Chile. The route from New York to Istanbul to Santiago would have tacked on 2 unnecessary days crossing the Prime Meridian. Hilarious stuff, but Mayor Adams super down. There's also a bunch of other corruption. A bunch of other people in New York got arrested, like the old fire chief. Crazy stuff. Who's not back but not dead? Ye, Kanye West, or formerly known as Kanye West, Ye, performed in China and announced a new solo album, Bully, coming out soon. And you know how those albums go. When Kanye says something's dropping soon, it's going to be 10 years past the nitrous. And he performed a new song, Beauty and the Beast, which I listened to. It's not good. He also posted an iconic photo of a Palestinian olive tree for Palestinian resistance to Israel occupation. Get fucked, Jay. You're a loser. Next up, we have not a lot of news, so I'm going to add a new segment, which will probably only be a one-time segment. But I've been looking into how to increase my viewers, which I don't have many, and this takes a very long time. So we're going to get into ASMR of the week, which means autonomous sensory meridian response. It's a term used to describe a tingling, static-like, or goosebump sensation in response to specific triggering audio or visual stimuli. I've been looking at YouTube. A lot of people make a lot of money doing this ASMR. I thought it was just crunchy food, but it's also supposed to be fruits and soft food and fried foods. I don't have any fried foods, but here's a carrot. I don't know. I'm supposed to chew it too. You hear that? Is that giving you tingles? You like that? Next up, I have a really not a really ripe banana. This is soft. Let me finish the carrot. Can you hear that? You like that? I think it's a thing. I think my show's gonna boom now. Show of the week. Monsters. It's about the Menendez brothers. It's on Netflix. Pretty good so far. These are these kids who were really rich that killed their parents back in the day with shotguns, and it was like a big story. Turns out they were like pretty molested the whole time. Not saying that you should still kill your parents either way, but it seems like I haven't got through the show yet, but no spoilers. But it looks like a lot of sexual abuse and stuff. Very good show, good cast. Like it so far. Movie of the week. Megalopolis Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola. He like sold his vineyard and he's been financing this. He's been trying to get it out for like 30 years and nobody wants it. Turns out it's the weirdest, worst movie ever, and that's why nobody wanted it. There's in theater participation somehow, like people in the theaters have to participate. I've heard it's literally a bizarre acid trip. I have not seen it yet, but I want to. Moving on to picks of the week. Wait. Picks of the week. Panthers +4 against the Bengals. Bengals are 0-3. Bengals look horrible. Bengals are still banged up. Panthers with Andy Dalton are kind of cooking with gas. Andy Dalton revenge game, of course. Andy Dalton's 2-1 versus the Bengals. Since leaving the Bengals, he's played for a few other teams. He's 2-1. He's about to be 3-1. Jags +5.5 at the Texans. In division, Jags have played like shit. Jags are 0-3. But they always play well against the Texans. I think the Jags at least have to cover. They have to do something. They're not that bad, I don't think. Jets -8 at home against the Broncos. Nathaniel Hackett revenge game. I think the Broncos are bad. I think the Jets are pretty good. Chiefs -7.5 at the Chargers. Chargers' whole team is out. Bosa's out. Both their tackles are out. Herbert's playing on one leg. Give me the Chiefs -7.5. Of course, Dolphins -2.5 at home against the Titans. Titans are 0-3. Dolphins are 1-2. We got Snoop Huntley, Pro Bowler Snoop Huntley, starting. I like it. I think the Dolphins get back on track this week. No Falcons bet. That's all I have. I don't have Navid's injury report yet. I'm sure I'm going to get it soon. Have a day.